It's really weird to think about, but in history, the people had to literally find all of the food combinations that went together. And then in that, they probably found the worst food combinations that could ever be consumed by humans. Like, I know that life is kind of trial and error now in a metaphorical sense, but it was literally trial and error back then. Like, no one knew what was going on. They were smoking cigarettes for health reasons. Multiple people definitely had to try those little red berries before dying horrible deaths. Someone was definitely eating moldy bread for their whole life, and then their daughter was born and was like, oh, actually, this isn't it. Like, I feel like we could do better. Like, someone's weed bush must have just caught fire, and they were like, why are we giggly? Like, why is everything fun and silly now? Someone's milk was just boiling in the sun one day, and they were like, oh, cheese. Like, so much has happened, and now we just have, like, burritos.
Everyone is always making videos about making boundaries and not to be used by people, but I have the real solution. Just be absolutely useless. If you don't want to be used, be useless. Can you do? No, I don't know how. Can you read this for me? I actually don't know how to read. If people think you are not capable, they just won't ask you and they'll leave you alone. Some might call it weaponizing competence. I call it life hacks.
I feel like the healing girlies are gonna hate that I'm saying this, but my mental health got so much better when I stopped reading self-help books in my free time and stopped listening to personal development podcasts in my free time and stopped making my entire personality about healing my trauma. Because with all the information I was taking in, I wasn't processing anything, integrating it, actually mindfully practicing it, digesting it. I was just obsessing. I was projecting my anxiety onto it, which wasn't helping me. I dedicate 1 hour a day to my me time. Maybe that's reading part of a book, maybe that's listening to a podcast, maybe that's just sitting in the bath and reflecting. And my progress has been so much more sustainable and whole, I'm telling you.
Listen to this.
You did not come into these bodies to have growth. You came into these bodies because growth was inevitable and you wanted to enjoy that growth. The basis of your life is freedom. You did not come to make something happen. You came forth because you knew the happening would be inevitable and you knew you would enjoy the leading edge perspective of it. Nothing is broken in your world. Nothing needs to be changed. Nothing needs to be different. And yet everything is constantly changing because it is the inevitable nature of that which is eternal.
So a couple of days ago, I got an email from, I shit you not, my 13-year-old self. When I was 13, I found this website where you could like schedule emails to be sent to yourself in the future. And I wrote like a bunch of these little letters to myself. And I remember for the last one that I wrote, I closed my eyes and I blindly picked the date that it would be sent on. So I guess the date I chose was March 2023 because I got this letter last week that says it's a letter from March 22nd, 2016. So I wanted to read that out to you. I have it up on the screen in front of me, so here we go. Dear future me, hi, did you miss me? It's me, you. I really like these letters. Yeah, I remember I wrote like a bunch of these emails and sent them to myself like a week in advance and a month in advance and whatever. Maybe this is the last one, or maybe this is the first of many more that will come every day from now on. No, I know this is the last one. Either way, I hope you are very well. I am very well, if that makes any difference. If I was you and I found out that my past self was very well, I would be very happy. Okay, but that's just me. I hope you remember that you are beautiful and awesome and deserve lots of awesome things. Do you still want to be a doctor like I do, a psychiatrist? No, I'm a communications major now. If your life has gone horribly wrong, I'm sorry, but your life was awesome at one point, and don't regret making your life horrible because at one point it was everything you wanted. Wise words. If your life is amazing, huzzah, I congratulate you on an amazing life. I am very proud. Just so you know, I picked a random date to send this letter to. I may be 80 and never see it, or I will see it tomorrow. Either way, hello. I am proud of you because I know we are capable of great things. You are smart, or you were, and you can be smart again. I mean, that was cute, but okay. So that's really all I have to say because I am sure you are busy with your life. But on my behalf, I would like you to treat yourself to a donut of your choice. If you do not treat yourself to this donut, I will be very upset. Just a reminder. Yeah, I was like battling with a raging eating disorder at this time, so this was like my positive message to myself. I wrote this letter on a Tuesday when I was 13. It was the Tuesday after my last elementary school March break, which went very well. Thank you for asking. I didn't ask. So go get back to your life and donuts. See you around, you, smiley face. So cute. That was so cute. I honestly do think that 13-year-old me would be pretty happy with 21-year-old me, or almost 21-year-old me. I think she'd be really happy that I have a lot of followers on social media. That would be like the big thing that would make her happy. I don't know how upset she'd be about me not being a doctor. Probably really upset, but that's okay. She knew deep down that we weren't good at math, so I think she would forgive me. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the website that I used in the caption if anyone wants to write a letter to their future selves, which I really recommend because that was actually really fun. I think I'm gonna write myself another one.
Growing up in an abusive household really makes you question just like absolutely normal shit. Like when I was in college and I had to go over to like my friend's parents' house, whatever, and their parents would greet me with a hug, I'd be like, what the fuck this freaky ass family got going on? The fuck is with y'all? What's up with y'all, twin? For real. Or when they be like, oh, Fanita, like, what do you want for dinner? First of all, I get to eat. Second of all, I get to pick. Now I feel like y'all set me up. I feel like y'all making a joke of me. I don't know, some weird shit going on. Now I'm uncomfortable. But then you have to step back and be like, wait a minute. Maybe I'm the problem. But that shit like just fucks up your mind for the rest of your life. Like, for real.
Is anyone else in this super fun phase of life where you have enough self-awareness and emotional intelligence to recognize your feelings, but that just compounds your feelings instead? Half the time I'm feeling frustrated, it's actually me feeling frustrated that I'm frustrated. I have anxiety about my anxiety. I know I shouldn't let something affect me or that I should even care, so I'm annoyed at myself that I've let it affect me and that I care. I did not ask for my feelings to be squared. This is a sick...
How come when y'all do something fucked up, y'all be like, oh, the devil's working, the devil's working? Now you know that man is down there like that wasn't even me. That's not even my work. Why y'all blaming it on that man? He get busy, but that was all you.
I'd like to remind everybody that it is incredibly easy to think about situations logically when you are not in them. Last week, I made a video about how lottery companies will often prey on those desperate for money and those who don't truly understand the odds of the games that they're playing. Now, when I say that, I'm not talking about people that will buy one Powerball ticket when the jackpot creeps over $500 million. I'm talking about people that will regularly spend the entirety of their pensions on scratch-offs, many of whom, if you ever speak to, will tell you about how they know so long as they keep on playing, eventually they'll make it big, despite the fact that virtually none of them will even make back the money that they've spent. Now, I want to be clear here. I have not, nor will I ever, frame this as people being too stupid to make rational decisions. I, by and large, don't think it's right to call somebody stupid for just not knowing something. And that includes not knowing precisely how improbable these games are, especially when scratch-off companies so often advertise numbers like 1 in 9, 1 in 5, 1 in 3 chance of winning, making it seem as if so long as you keep on playing, you're almost guaranteed to end up on top. However, plenty of people in the comments section of that video did make that argument, saying that it was just stupid people making stupid decisions and so was ultimately just their fault. Now, maybe this seems like a fairly straightforward statement to you, but it only seems straightforward because you are viewing this from the outside. You just watched a 3-minute TikTok video and all the reasons why lotteries are a sham. Of course you understand why you shouldn't do it. Now maybe you'll say, well, no, I understood it before I watched the video. Okay, great. But ultimately, this decision is still easy for you to make because you are making it in a hypothetical context, one that will have absolutely no effect on your life. You see people make the same type of reasoning whenever there is, say, a catastrophe where a group of people act in such a way that hurts their chances of survival, or even just if a friend is acting seemingly irrationally when they're upset. People will say, I can't believe they did that. If I was there, I would have done this, because that is obviously the correct choice. Well, it's only obvious to you because you are making this decision in the abstract, after the fact, in a context that will have absolutely no consequences if you're wrong, which is a very different thing than making decisions in high-stakes situations. And that includes situations where you're led to believe that the lottery is one of the only meaningful ways out of poverty. Now, am I saying it's impossible to make sound decisions in high-stress situations? Of course not. But it's not easy. So we should stop pretending like it is.
I am so surprised that nobody's talking about this. Do you ever notice that the people in your life who always go above and beyond for their birthdays or Christmas dinner or just like a regular family dinner, they're always like wearing an extra outfit? Do you ever notice that those people are always the ones who have like the craziest dream life and they just manifest everything that they want? And it just got me thinking, like, it really is all about the aesthetic. What I mean by that is like what you're putting out there into the universe is really what it will like pick up and give back to you. Like it is picking up what you're putting down. So if you are portraying a vibe and a lifestyle and just like an ambiance and an attitude of like, I care, I'm putting an effort, like this is who I am, this is who I want to be, I don't care what the situation is, I don't care where I am right now, like I am going extra for this, they always come out on top. We are the OGs of manifestation.
You be in warm weather and you be like, damn bitch, I don't hate y'all. It was just cold. It was just cold.
If you've managed to make the shift from life is happening to you into life is happening for you, congratulations, but it's not enough. There's one more step. Hi, I'm Mark, also known as Recalculator, and I help people live life by design. So the mindset of life is happening to me keeps us locked in victim mentality. It keeps us down. It keeps us feeling like we have zero control of our lives whatsoever. Not productive at all. But if you've made the shift that life is happening for you and you believe that the universe is conspiring for your good, then you can't help but look at the events of your life and wonder, where is the lesson? Where is the seed of opportunity? Where is the benefit in this seemingly not so good situation? Napoleon Hill 100 years ago said, within every adversity, there is the seed of equal or greater benefit. However, for those of you seeking to become truly enlightened, there is one more step. If you dare, come with me. Shift from life is happening to me to life is happening for me, and then shift again. Life is happening because of me. Oh, snap! No, you didn't. Yes, I did. Most people aren't going to be able to make that shift because it requires you to take a great deal of responsibility for your own results, and a lot of folks are still, unfortunately, trapped in the emotion of their past trauma and haven't healed yet, and don't see whatever benefits might have come from that event of their past existence. But definitely, there is always, I believe, the seed of equal or greater benefit in any of our horrible situations of our past. And sometimes it takes a while to see it, but it's there. And every lesson, every redirection is a step on the path that I design, headed toward the destination that I have defined. Believe that, and you will look at your life very differently.